Hello. So we have some other theories of dreaming or REM sleep. Um, so we mentioned the Freud wish fulfillment theory of dreams. Next, we have the information processing theory of dreams. You have a nice table that summarizes each of these in the textbook on the PowerPoint slides. So the information processing theory of dreams just argues that dreams help us sort out uh, the day's events, help organize the events of that day, and also help consolidate our our long-term memories. All right, and yeah, there's evidence that if you have two groups of people learn the same material, one group gets to sleep, like they normally would, but the others you just deprive of REM sleep, then yeah, it seems like memory consolidation does not occur as well. They don't remember the material as well if they don't have REM sleep. So really, dreams help sort out and organize our daily experiences and consolidate information into our long-term memory. That would be the information processing theory of dreams. Then you've got the physiological function theory of dreams, right? Physiological function theory of dreams. That just argues we need this brain stimulation during REM sleep, and it argues that basically this is to preserve and develop our neural pathways, right? So we just need this activity to develop and preserve our neural pathways. And you see, actually, I think it mentions this somewhere in the textbook, but when you have newborn infants, or that might actually be in a different chapter, but when you have newborn infants, right, they spend, you know, 18 hours a day asleep. And out of the 18 hours a day they spend sleeping, they spend half of that time in REM sleep, in rapid eye movement sleep. So that would seem to suggest that, since there's a lot of neural development happening in newborn infants, that REM sleep helps really organize and develop our neural pathways, right? Neural in terms of neurons, I'm saying, right? So that would be physiological function theory of dreams. Both these theories, information processing and physiological function of dreams, neither one of these really says that dreams occur for any particular reason. Or let me rephrase that. Neither one of these approaches believe that there's any meaning in our dreams. The way the Freudian approach really thinks there's meaning in our dreams, right? From the unconscious mind, from the id. But information processing theory, physiological function theory, there's no meaning in the dreams per se. Then you've got neural activation theory, right? Neural activation theory. And basically this believes that basically REM sleep just triggers random neural activation in the brain. So it seems that this neural activation, when we enter REM sleep, this neural activation begins in the brainstem and then spreads on up to the rest of the brain, and finally engulfing the cortex, the top portion of the brain, and that it's basically random activation that's going on. And basically our mind does what our mind does. We as human beings, we try to make sense out of what's going on. So we don't have any external information coming in when we're asleep, but we have all this random, neural activity when we enter REM sleep. And so the mind does what it usually does. It tries to organize that information in some way. And so it puts all these really random facts and random activity into one story. It tries to fit it into one story, which could help account for how bizarre and illogical our dreams can be, because it's just random neural activation. So maybe if we think about something an awful lot, those neurons might be a little more primed, and so be more likely to be activated when we have this random neural activation. So perhaps there might be some meaning hidden in a dream, perhaps, in the neural activation theory. And then finally you got the cognitive development theory of dreams. And this one's a little strange. It just argues that the content of our dreams reflects our current level of cognitive development. So whatever we're dealing with in our life at the developmental stage that we are in, that is what the dreams are about, and the dreams reflect that. So children dream about, a lot about candy and food and fun, stuff like that. Well, as an adult, you dream about the bills, that mortgage payment, the car payment, the federal tax, the state tax, the local tax. I don't know. But that would be kind of the general idea in the cognitive development theory of dreams. So that's the the 5 theories, since we had the Freudian one before. So Freud, wish fulfillment, information processing, physiological function, neural activation, and cognitive development. Right? Those are the theories of dreams or REM sleep.